Hey guys, and welcome to another Path of Exile 2 video. It's a new season. I didn't play much last season. I made it to the end game, and then I just got kind of busy, but I'm back this season. I'm back into it. Just finished the interlude, so I've done all 4 acts and the interlude, and I just made it to the end game. Alright guys, let's open my first map for the very first time.
The initial from these travel report the we need if you find.
Alright. Here we go. Okay guys, so as I play my first map here, I will talk about the new season. So, changes. When Path of Exile 2 first came out, people were raving and calling it the greatest ARPG ever made, and I personally felt like it gave old school Diablo 2 vibes, like just a feeling, a community feeling that I haven't felt in a long time. And had a really good time in Season 1, played a ton, made lots of videos. And then Season 2 came, and although I didn't play as much in Season 2, there were complaints about nerf drop rates, making progression feel too grindy, which I can totally understand. Like if you're hopping on for like 2 hours and the RNG isn't hitting and you're grinding 2 hours and you don't find nothing of value, you know, that's 2 hours wasted. So I feel like this season they've definitely upped the drop rates on the currency again. I personally found 2 divine orbs by the time I got to Act 4. And from talking to people in global chat, it seems as though most people on average found at least 2 divine orbs by Act 4. And I was finding decent amount of exalted as well. And I didn't like progress through the campaign particularly fast, but even still, I found low-level items and sold them off. And I came out of the campaign with probably around 40 exalted and 2 divines, which I actually had to use all of my currency and upgrade my gear before I could kill the final boss of the interlude, because I kept dying to him. So then I decided it was finally time to upgrade and finish the campaign. But yeah, the currency seems like it's dropping pretty good. There's a sense of like it's rewarding, and you're not just grinding for nothing. You are getting somewhere by grinding. I also like the changes to these abysmal like fissures or whatever they are that come under the ground, and then they grant you loot at the end, like the one and you can get some pretty good stuff from there. I think I got one of my divines from there. I find exalteds out of them all the time. As you can see here, it drops a lot of stuff, so it's there's potential for good drops, and it just makes the maps feel like there's more treasure. There's just a bit more rewarding because of it, I feel. I liked Act 4 a lot. The sailing of the ships around to different islands. I don't know, there's just something about it. I enjoyed it. I like the fact that they've added so many bosses into the game now and so many elites and rares. It just feels like there's so much more diversity than when the game first came out. I feel like when it first came out, the game was lacking in diversity a bit, which made it feel a little bit repetitive. But now with the added monsters, the added act, the added diversity in weapons and skills, it just feels like a more complete game. And right now, I think it's definitely at the prime. It's the best the game has ever been. It's better than when it came out, and it's better than it was last season. I think they're trying to find a nice balance that keeps most people happy, and I think they've pretty much found that balance this season. The economy's running pretty good. It's not crazy hard to find items, sell them, or find currency, and then gear up a little bit. Yeah, so far I like what I'm seeing. I'm having a lot of fun. And I'd be curious to hear what you guys think of the new season. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. Alright, so we'll just go over my character stats, some of my gear, and my passive skills. Alright guys, we got my level 68 Deadeye. 416 dexterity, 43 strength, 61 intelligence, 950 life, 659 mana, 106 spirit, 20% evasion, okay resistances, and 19.3 run walk. So I just made it to the end of the game. Obviously, I don't have the best character yet. I'm only level 68 still. Still got a long way to go, but I'll just give you my thoughts on the season and what do I think of it so far. We'll just take a quick look at my ending gear. So I ended off with this bow here. It's pretty good damage for a campaign bow, I would say. Got this helmet that I got earlier in the campaign just because it adds some damage, dexterity, critical hit chance. Some random amulet that I use it again, critical hit chance, dexterity. Decent little quiver that I bought. It's got some good stuff on there. Two pretty good rings that I bought that add resistances and adds damage. This kind of crappy armor that I'm still using that I've had for a while. Hands of Wisdom. Triple resist belt with low resists. And just some random boots that add 20% movement speed. So that's kind of what I'm working with. Nothing too crazy. So for the passive tree this season, I have my 2 ascension skills now. I've got Wind Ward and Gathering Winds, and I'll probably branch up into projectile proximity specialization when I get my next 2. So we start off coming down the tree here. I get Honed Instincts, which is a really good one to grab early. I go straight to my quiver bonuses, and then I come down, I get my crit bonuses. It's a crit build, so I get my damage bonus right there. I got a jewel socket that I haven't put anything in yet. Come down here. Then I come up this way to get Feathered Fletching because it always adds good DPS boosts. Come up the side here and get my next crit node. And then I come up to this jewel socket. I branch left. I branch down. I get Falcon Technique. Get that extra dexterity here. I also get enhanced reflexes just to get that evasion and 8% increased dexterity, which is nice. And then I get 100% increased evasion from equipped body armor, which isn't helping me a lot now, but it will help me later on when I get better armor. So that's just kind of a little bit. You always need a little defense added into the build. Then we come up here, and this is one I experimented with 2 seasons ago. First approach. Basically, your first strike does a lot more damage. If it's a critical strike, it does even more damage. And since I'm a critical build, I'm mostly hitting critical shots. It actually helps one-shot mobs when they come in. So I'm a big fan of this, and I'm even going to try branching out and putting preemptive strike in it, I think, and doing another 100% critical damage bonus on full life. So just kind of melt everything that comes into my screen. That's the goal eventually. But I'm not there yet. I've branched up here. I get this crit. I get Throat Seeker, more critical damage bonus. Come up here, branch down, get this, a jump slot, and then I branch down to get Kite Runner, because Kite Runner is just like super good. And then I come up and get the rest of the crit nodes up here. Now I branch up the side here, more crit nodes. And then this is another one I was kind of a fan of. You get 40% increased freeze buildup, and then when you freeze, you do 50% more damage. So I always like adding that into my build as well. And that's where we're at with the passive tree at the moment. Subject to change. So I got my bow shot 10,000. Right now I'm using rapid attacks 3, innervative, ice bite, and heft. I got my lightning arrow, which is my main attack right now, which is using multi-shot 2, rapid attacks 3, elemental armament 2, and charge shots 2. And then I got my multi-shot 2, magnified area 2, rapid attacks 2, and shock on my lightning rod. Freezing salvo, just kind of 2 things. I don't use it that often, but sometimes I'll use it. Herald of Thunder. I got my elemental focus, more elemental damage, concentrated area, magnified area, and then I got living lightning, which is a new one that I didn't see before, and I kind of like it. Got my wind dancer, we're just blind right now, magnetic salvo, and some other stuff that I'm not really using. We'll take mark as well. And that's it for the skills. Alright guys, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment and a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.